Good morning, everybody. Well, he's home. It's nice to have him back, too. I'll tell you what, he's out there right now putting a new filter on the, I don't know, well or something. I don't know. I'm supposed to do that every 100 days, and it's been about that long. So today I'm just going to show you what I'm making for dinner and kind of going about doing stuff. So this is pinto beans. I'm just letting them simmer for a few hours. After this simmers for, I don't know, maybe 4 hours. So I started at 8, so 9, 10, 11, no. Okay, probably at noon, I'm going to add this. This is the leftover Christmas ham bone from 2022, and it's got a good bit of meat on it too. So that'll be good flavoring for it. And I'm going to chop up a bunch of onions and some peppers and stuff like that. And we're good to go with, oh, I've got to make cornbread. What was I thinking? Yeah, so I'll do that too. And that's it for dinner. I'll just show you the buttermilk cornbread recipe that I'm going to use to serve with the beans. So for wet ingredients here, I've got, buttermilk, an egg, and over here I've got, it's like a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. And then the egg, did I say the egg? That's wet too. Okay, so then there's flour, baking powder, salt, sugar, baking soda, cornmeal. It's all-purpose flour that I'm using. And it's, like I said, vegetable oil. It's yellow cornmeal that I'm using. And I guess that's all you need to know. And it's not a lot of salt. I think it's a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And I'll put the recipe below. Well, I'll show you. It's from Food. And it says Real Southern Cornbread. That's all you need to know. You can look it up if I do the link wrong. Anyway, so first of all, I'm going to do the wet ingredients. So that's the egg, the buttermilk, I don't know. Oh, and the oil, I guess. And so I'm going to set that aside and work on the dry ingredients now. Here's all the dry ingredients. I got them in there, and you saw what those were. I should have showed you again, but So I'm just going to mix these together and add wet and dry. Get my skillet out of the oven and drop 2 tablespoons of butter in there. There's a 10-inch of, cast iron pan. And this is mixed together. I've got the butter. I'm going to swirl it around and get some more up the sides, and then I'll dump the batter. She's done. That water you hear is me rinsing out that batter bowl. My beans have softened more quickly than I thought they would. Not all the way soft, but enough that I can put the ham bone and seasonings in, and some onions if I want to. So there's that. Here's the bone that I'm going to toss in right now. So I got a good bit of the meat off, and there's fat on here, but fat's flavor, right? So I'm going to add more water to this because I want it to come up over the meat. Just using there we go. This will all boil away and it won't be as full. But I believe I've probably made way too much once again. That's okay. All right. I'm telling myself, that's okay. Now we'll come over here. Don't get dizzy. Here's the meat I picked off, and I also had like a 1/4 package of bacon, so I chopped it up, and I've got that in here too to add flavor. And put the cover back on it and let that meat go on low for a long time. So here's that. And you know what I do? When I leave something on the counter like this to cool, I'm always afraid somebody will come by and go, oh, cornbread, and grab, and that came out of the oven, so it's hot. I put a mitt over it. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Well, I'm going to get the mitt and pop this out. I always do this. The recipe I used didn't say to do this, but I like it buttery. And this just kind of soaks into the cracks, So, yum, yum. It flipped out, hallelujah, all in one piece. Now I'm going to butter this side a little bit, even though I had butter at the bottom of this pan, For kicks and grins, I'll put a little more. And that's my story on my cornbread. Like I said, I'll put the recipe below. And You can try it if you like. So here we are. This is the last of the actual cooking of it. This is gonna go, you know, all day on real low, but the beans are soft and the bacon's in there and the ham bone, and now I'm gonna put in the meat that I cut off the ham bone. They got some crispy bits, some, you know, real tender bits. Just put it all in here. Hope that works for me. One piece had to stick. Okay. So stir that up in there. That's probably going to be instantly warm. And then I'm going to throw in about half an onion chopped up. I've already put in onion powder. These are stuck. Sorry guys for this camera work. Or lack thereof. Okay, now it's got onions and the meat. And that's it. I put onion powder, salt, pepper, and don't tell anybody, but I always sneak a few glugs of this. All right, I'll serve up a plate and you will see that probably as a thumbnail. I'm doing some jalapeno peppers, not many, this is all I had. And I already did the other half of that onion. Here it is, everything. This is my husband's, and I won't have cornbread because I don't right now eat flour and stuff. But anyway, it turned out just beautiful. I've got a dome over it to keep it moist. And then there's hot sauce, pepper, salt, butter if you want more on your cornbread, peppers, jalapeno, and the other half of the onion. And I'll give him either a Pepsi or a tea. Whatever he wants. He might want more coffee, I don't know. If you like this kind of thing, I hope you'll consider giving me a thumbs up. Tell me, do you make beans too? Tell me anything. Any comment is always welcome. Hope you have a really good day, and if you like, subscribe. Bye-bye.